I'm too sexy for my body, too sexy for my body. That's why it's in parts everywhere.
You ready?
I'm ready when you're ready, man.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
We are back.
We are. It is.
Well, they don't know we were
They
away.
don't know we were away. So it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been.
I almost forgot what you look like.
I know, it's been a minute. I got a haircut.
You got your hair cut all cute.
I did.
Beard
Except
trimmed
I'm
all nice.
Wearing a hat.
You are. But I saw the pictures.
I got the beard trimmed up.
I saved the picture on my phone.
The Instagrams.
I made it my background.
I was a model with a pegboard background. Yeah, sexy.
Got your heads massaged.
Yeah,
your
I did.
Scalp shampooed.
I got that. Got it all washed.
I tell you
up
what,
pretty.
man. As a grown man, there's nothing better than having somebody else massage your scalp and wash your hair.
Oh, I love it.
It is downright orgasmic. It is a fantastic feeling.
I love it.
I mean, no, I don't do that stuff.
No, I do. Every
Yeah,
time I go to get my hair cut,
I don't because
Chloe-
I just run to Great Clips.
Chloe
I don't care.
washes. She does a washout for me.
Shout out to Chloe.
Yeah, Lady Barber. She does a little washy. It's awesome. Love it.
But we are back.
We're back.
It's cold. It was like 80
It went
yesterday.
from 90 to 50.
And we are in fat guy weather.
God.
Oh, I love it. Pumpkin show's coming up
Worst.
this week. Football's in full swing. Everybody's putting on hoodies, and I am still in a t-shirt.
I'm wearing.
I almost wear
sweatshirts.
shorts.
This is awful.
No, it feels so good.
So bad.
So good. It's majestic.
No, it's not the word I would use for it.
I mean, yeah, we've been going a while. I went to Pennsylvania.
It is chilly willy.
And then you went to BFE.
I went to my grandmother's.
I got a new forge.
I saw that.
Yeah, a new first ever propane forge. You can see it at Chieftain Forge on Instagram. I'm pumped. Got my propane tanks ready to roll. And hopefully I'll actually find time to be able to use all that crap, because I thought I'd have it hooked up and be using it today. And
you took a nap.
I got about a 15-minute nap. I've been busy all week. This month is when I went from taking care of 8 sites in Ohio to all 17.
Oh, you got bumped.
So, yeah, next week. This coming week, it's going to be rough, but the week after, I'm going to be gone. Not even at home from like Monday till Thursday. Dude. Yeah, so it's getting rough. The struggle is real.
Yeah, it is.
But it's beautiful. We are back. We got no turntables and 2 microphones.
We got digital turntables and some 2 microphones.
And after we did a show with a review, and we reviewed some Catoctin Creek.
We did, and I was looking at I was trying to figure out what show that was.
I said on the show that, 2 bitches sent us a sample or 2, and now we have friends that go to Vegas, and every time they go, they try it. So
they need to bring us back some then.
They do. And I said, if you want to be part of that Catoctin Creek, reach out. And guess what? Catoctin Creek reached out.
They did. Their sales manager, Scott Harris.
Thank you, Scott.
He replied back on Instagram, and he's like, "I got you, boo." He's DM me your address.
Pretty much BFFs now.
And they sent over a bottle of Catoctin Creek Roundstone Rye Whiskey. This is their cask proof single barrel,
which we talked about wanting to try.
We did.
So he actually listened to the episode, said, "Hey, heard the episode, good stuff. Man, we're going to send you a gift.
We're going to send you over." Now, I wasn't expecting a full bottle. He's like, I wasn't
expecting anything, I'll be honest.
I wasn't expecting anything, but when he said
they were going to send something.
They're going to send something. He's like, I'll send you over some samples.
Yeah, I was thinking some little bottles.
I was thinking like the little 350 milliliter bottles or the 4 ounce.
Right, that's what I was
sample
thinking.
Bottles.
Looked like the little.
Yeah, I've got some downstairs.
Cracker Barrel syrup sample bottles is what I was thinking.
They sent a full-on bottle. So today,
they are our sponsors. We dedicate this show to Catoctin Creek.
That's right.
That you can't get in Ohio.
You cannot get this in Ohio.
Like most Ohioans, I know most of you are going to travel out of state. And when you head south, look for it.
Well, the other bottle we had was fantastic.
We like that.
I loved
it.
it.
Very good bottle.
It was, my buddy Paul picked it up for me.
Thank you, Paul.
He lives in Virginia Beach now, but they used to vacation there, and he picked it up for me, and that is a fantastic bottle.
Yeah, I really liked it.
So
that's one I wish we could get here more readily available.
Yeah, same here. So
I feel like there's a lot of great things about Ohio. And of course, there are a lot of things that most people don't like.
I feel like there's a lot of bad things about Ohio.
Yeah, the weather. There's no coast. A lot of people say it's too flat, which those people never travel in Ohio. They just stay in and around Columbus and complain.
Yeah, if you go outside of Columbus,
there's actually
flat.
a lot in Ohio. I mean, we have like some big Hall of Fame museums. We've got caverns. We've got Hocking Hills.
Head east. There's mountains east.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But
get out past Zanesville, you start getting into
some hilly areas. Same as the southern, southeastern half.
I said jinx. You can't talk.
I don't care.
Oh.
Like, that's going to shut me up.
I know.
But one of the things is I feel like with the Virgil Cane, the 2-Bitch, and the Catoctin Creek specifically, we are missing out. I wish those three would find their way into Ohio.
Yeah, I agree.
They make beautiful bourbons.
I really, really, really want those three now in Ohio. Like 2-Bitch, Virgil Cane, and Catoctin Creek really need to get into Ohio.
Yeah,
and I was trying to work with 2-Bitch, but for what it was going to cost, and they're holding off for right now and trying to bring their product to Ohio.
And I understand that because I know Ohio is one of the harder states to get crap shipped to or whatever.
Oh, it's harder. One of the hardest states just for liquor control in general.
Yeah, so maybe we need a petition here in Ohio to make it easier.
Maybe I just need to apply to become the head of liquor control.
Do it.
I don't know how that all works.
I'll Google it.
I think it's an appointed
They probably post
position.
on Monster.com.
Maybe.
You just go on there and apply.
It's on LinkedIn.
Right. You're fine.
So, but
they'll hear the podcast, see that you have at least. I want to say we're professional bourbon tasters or reviewers. I do have some people that every once in a while be like, "Hey, have you had this? What do you think of it?" And I'm like again, when we give our donut rating system, it's really just our opinions.
It's our opinion.
We're a couple of.
It doesn't.
I would
really
say
mean
we're
much.
more of blue collar style guys. We're just your average Joes, man. There are things we like, things we hate, but one of the things we enjoy more than anything is chilling and just talking with humble people, and then sharing opinions on things we don't know anything about.
Well,
we like giving you all our opinion.
I would say that any chance of the Ohio Department of Liquor Control ever listening to anything I had to say,
tag them in it.
No, they're not going to listen to me because one, you can't make a comment on their Facebook page because they have commenting turned off.
Well,
and I have badgered the shit out of them on Twitter, like tagging them in things like, "Why can't we get this? What
you got
the hell
us
are you guys
blacklisted
doing?"
before we were ever a show,
right? Pretty much.
Tag them from the Buckhorn Twitter.
Oh,
bingo!
I'll get us blacklisted from there too.
Hey, swing for the fences, man. Shoot your shot.
And I'm still looking for a brewery in the area that'll wants a barrel. Yeah, so. We got to
get that done.
I've got to get a hold of.
I wish you'd get some work done around here.
I know, right? Shit.
It was go on vacations and find cool crap from your old family or your old relatives.
Well, you mentioned that.
Ancestors.
No one has no idea what you're talking about.
I don't care.
I got an embalming kit.
Yeah, he did. A traveling embalming kit from the 1940s and 50s. It was looks my grandfather's. It's probably right, but it looks super old.
It's old. It's from that ethanol soap is 1949. That's the date on it. Yeah. It was my grandfather's.
We have liquid in a bottle that we're pretty sure if we open it, it would kill everything in this room. And it's right behind Martelle, like within arm's reach.
It's 95% ethanol and 5% ether.
So that's what we're going to do a taste test on tonight, everybody.
Oh,
there we go.
That was beautiful.
That was real good. That's why I told you to wait.
That was beautiful.
So this is not the embalming soap.
No, this is
Catoctin.
This is not the ethanol soap. So this is the Catoctin Creek Roundstone Rye Whiskey Cask Proof. It is 58%.
Pretty good octane there.
It is. It is a
116 proof.
It is a winner at the 2017. It is a double gold in San Francisco. So we are going to, and I'm not supposed to be drinking right now, but we're doing tastings, so it's all good.
Right. Just a tasting.
It's a tasting. I need your glass.
All right. So, yeah, this big shout out. This episode is sponsored by / dedicated to Catoctin. Can't thank them enough for helping us out here. We've done a review on one of theirs, done a beautiful product. Looking forward to this. This is something that we found online and said, hey, we'd like to try that. Well, they didn't just say, hey, we'll send you a small sample. They listened to an episode and heard what we said and sent us a full-size bottle of what we said we'd like to try. And if that is not great customer relations, I don't know what is.
That is beautiful. That is a beautiful caramel color.
I was going to say, this isn't even amber. This is like this is a caramel for sure. Holding up to the window there.
Give that a huge inhale.
Big old whiff.
Yeah. Let me know what you think about that as I get closer to the mic.
Oh.
Yeah. You like that? What are you getting on that?
Oh, that might be one of the best for the aroma.
Yeah.
That's one of the best I've smelled. That's beautiful.
That is good. That is good.
Definitely got the caramel.
It's got caramel. I'm picking up a little bit of toffee. You can smell the rye. Like,
yeah.
You can smell that it's a rye. It's not
rye whiskey.
It's not a bourbon like a corn based.
Rye whiskey.
What else are you getting on that? Anything?
Make me put on a gown. I don't know the words of the rest of the song, but
you just make them up.
Well, rye whiskey, please don't let me down. I know that much. I just don't know anything else. I'm getting coffee. I'm smelling a little bit of the char, I think. The oaky, the wood char.
Okay.
But it's so sweet smelling.
Yeah, it's
like more than I'm used to, at least.
It's very sweet.
And you guys know, if you've listened, my nose is broke. I can't smell crap most of the time. Like one of my ears doesn't work properly. I went to the doctor with all the cough stuff, and she was asking all the questions. I said, yeah, I've got this problem. My right ear's been hurt. And she checks my right ear. No, it's good. Checks my left ear. Oh, you got an infection in the left ear.
There's a spider living in there.
Yeah. You've got glowworms living in your left ear, and I had no clue. My right ear's the one I thought was hurting. So my senses are about as good as my memory.
Okay.
This has beautiful legs, man. Look at that just hanging out there.
Well, it's 58%.
Still,
right?
Yeah, that's
58%.
beautiful.
I mean, it's pretty high proof.
That's
high
proof.
I'm picking up some like caramel, some brown sugar, a little bit of vanilla, the rye, the rye.
Yeah, definitely the rye. It smells so good. I just keep sniffing it.
Yeah, I haven't even tried it yet. I'm just sitting here. I want a candle made out of
this. For the first time ever, I'm going to rate the aroma and give this a 4.5 out of 5 donuts on the aroma alone.
Just on the aroma alone.
That's just my aroma rating. That's yeah. If I had a candle of this, or like if it was 1997 and I had an incense burner and I could get this,
yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
That's majestic. Looks beautiful. Smells great. You went for a taste already. You started without me, you son of a biscuit. Cotton-headed ninny mugger. Oh. What are you getting? Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
You get a little tingly down below?
It's a little tingly all over. It is good.
What are you tasting? You talk, I want to taste.
I'm getting some butterscotch. The rye, definitely. Just that rye's coming out.
Ooh.
Some vanilla.
This tastes like hermit crab flavored soap.
What?
I'm totally kidding.
What?
Your face was so worth it. Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
No, it's butterscotch, vanilla. Definitely picking up that it's a rye. Like if you set this with a bourbon or just a straight up
big
whiskey,
difference
there's
between a corn and a rye.
Yeah, like you can just taste the difference between the two. I don't know.
All I'm getting is rye caramel and burn. And I'm talking, now when I say burn, as I've said before, I don't mean bad. It's 116 proof, right? So that's going to come out.
You know, it's a little bit of, I don't know, like maybe a little bit of cocoa powder.
I could see that.
Just a little bit.
I'm putting in a splash of water now, see if that, swirl it around, see if that opens it up.
Same thing.
Just a little bit. Because I think that might tone down the burn.
What else? And then the finish. Is it?
There it is.
That do it?
That splash of water. Oh, that's good.
It smells like a s'mores now.
It's all kinds of sweet yumminess. But the flavor, you
Yeah.
get that rye.
Oh,
That's good, ain't it? With the water?
with the water,
That
just
changes everything.
Changed everything. It always does.
Yeah.
But
It really opened up a smoother flavor, I think.
I haven't had one whiskey that we have had on the show yet where the water hasn't made it better.
Well, yeah.
or-
Most,
I mean, has made it worse. Where
Right.
the water hasn't made it, has made it worse.
and we've talked about before, that doesn't mean you're watering down.
No,
anything.
they are meant
You do a splash of water and it really, really opens up the flavor profile.
right.
And this one, more so than most, I would say the water accentuates the flavor because now I get the whiskey burn. But
Yeah.
it's not as harsh. And on the tongue, it's much smoother.
My lips are going numb. I love it.
This is a good one.
I love it.
And this is, I don't remember the other one we tried, I don't remember the octane on it. But this is a much higher octane, if I recall.
This is a high. Yeah, this is a cask proof. This is
Yeah.
higher. This is
116 versus the other one. I think was like 90. I want to say,
I don't remember if
I don't
put that
recall.
in the show notes or not.
but I mean this is just beautiful. Well done, Catoctin.
Yes,
Catoctin Creek.
they
well
are
done.
killing it over there. So I'm gonna give this. I think I gave the other one like a 2.5.
Yeah, we were like
Now,
2.5 to
granted-
3 range.
That really doesn't mean anything. 2.5 is great.
No, we said 2.5 to 3 is we would go buy this right now.
We'd go buy
if
this
it's
right
available.
now.
Yeah,
I'm giving
that's
this a
good.
3.5.
I'm with you all day on that.
This steps up. I mean, this stepped it up over the other one. This goes straight to a 3.5. This is 3.5 donuts all day.
I'm giving this. I want to give this a 4. The only reason I'm giving it 3.5 is not Catoctin Creek's fault. It's Ohio's fault.
It's Ohio's fault
because I can't get it.
because you can't get it here.
But seriously, this right here, I'm going to give it a 4 anyway. They deserve it. It's not their fault that Ohio's dumb. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 donuts.
Okay.
And you know what, Catoctin Creek? I'm sure you're going to listen to this episode. You can quote Randy and Martelle in our ratings on your website so everybody knows how good it is. This is beautiful.
It absolutely stunning.
For a couple guys that review mainly bourbons and corn based, this rye whiskey is wonderful. Well done, Catoctin Creek.
Well done.
If you guys are south of Ohio, if you are in Virginia, in that area, look for this stuff. This cask strength. This I would definitely go get a bottle of this.
Well, I'm going to be making a trip out to Virginia at some point. Probably, I don't know, here soon. So
This right here, you know what this would be for me? I just got a brand new pipe by Tyler Huckfelt.
Yeah.
He's a custom pipe maker.
is that the one that you had the picture on your dashboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's a new custom pipe. It's called Huck's Pipes if you look him up. My boy's name's Huck, so that's why I got it.
Okay.
And it was one of the smoothest smoking pipes I've ever smoked. Put in a nice mild tobacco from a local tobacconist here in Columbus. It's a vanilla Cavendish.
I need to hold on, not to cut you off. I know. Scott Harris is the owner of Catoctin Creek.
Oh, the owner
The owner is the one who sent us
Well
this.
done, sir.
John Shope is the sales manager.
Gotcha. So thank you to Scott and John.
So Scott and John are the one who sent over the bottle.
Gentlemen, well done. Great product. This right here, though, with that vanilla Cavendish called Black Treasure that I love to smoke in my new Tyler Huckfelt custom pipe, this would sit in the cabinet and only be taken out for those nights when it's cooler and I get to sit out with my pipe for a little bit and just kind of not have a phone, no distractions. This right here for me is a good sipping whiskey for when I just want to sit back and chill. I want to relax. I'm not, or when I want to do a review on a podcast. But this one's so good, you could have it anytime.
Oh, no, you can have this anytime.
You could pull this out with anything. If anybody buys Catoctin Creek Cask Strength and mixes it with Coke,
anybody
I'll
mixes any of them that we have done on this show, if they're not making, if they're not making an old fashioned or a Manhattan out of it, I would smack the shit out of them.
Except for that Tim Smith
that's
moonshine whiskey, because that was more moonshine than whiskey.
That has to be mixed. That's not even an exception.
It wasn't even aged properly.
Right.
This right here, well done. John Scott, Catoctin Creek, fantastic product. We give it a 3.5 and a 4 out of 5 donuts.
Absolutely.
Highly recommend. If you guys are in, those of you, I know a lot of friends and family, some of them listen to us, that vacation in Gatlinburg every year. If you are down there, look for a bottle of this. I don't know if they have it around the Gatlinburg area or not, but being south, traveling through Kentucky, stop and look for a bottle of this. It is well worth it. And I think the price point's not that bad.
It's $90
for this.
For this one.
Like I said, this would be, I'd put this, I mean, that price point you're at Jefferson's Ocean, which is my 5-star. And I found out they're on Voyage 19 is on the shelves now.
Yes, and
Voyage
Ohio
3
actually did a Ohio bottle yesterday. So Friday the 11th, they did an Ohio bottle of Voyage 17.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was going to send it to you, and then I was just like, you could only get it at 4 stores in Ohio, though.
I'm not going to fight for stuff.
And you know
I don't
what?
care that much.
This is the part
We're blue collar.
This is what I don't like about Ohio's bullshit with OHLQ. They do these bottles, these Ohio bottles. They're specific to Ohio. You can only get them in Ohio.
Right.
You have to be a resident of Ohio to purchase this bottle. You can't come up from Kentucky or down from Michigan or wherever. They pick 4 stores. It's the same 4 stores. That's every
dumb.
Single time.
Somebody's getting some money lined in their pockets.
Well, no, it's because the stores that they choose are there's like one in Cincy, one in Toledo, one in Columbus.
They try to spread it out.
They're trying to pick these 4 central locations for everybody to be able to get to. The problem is it's the same 4 stores every time. They're state-run liquor stores. It's not somebody lining somebody's pocket.
Gotcha.
OHLQ sucks.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they suck.
If they didn't, they would definitely have this on their shelves.
Right. The only thing
this is good.
The only thing that OHLQ does right that nobody else is doing right, other than it's a lottery, is when they have the Pappy, the Van Winkle series, or the Antique Collection from Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
They are selling it at the price it should be. The MSRP. Yeah. A bottle of 23 year is $279. And you win that lotto, you're paying $279. You're not going out and paying $4,500 like what I had offered to me. I told the guy to kiss my ass. You're getting it for MSRP. Now, Buffalo Trace did put out a statement about the Van Winkle series.
I saw it.
And they said,
we hope they
respect this.
Yep, I saw that.
But we have no control.
Here's our price. They put out a list of their prices, their suggested prices, and said, here's what you should pay in the store. We hope they follow it, but we unfortunately can't control it.
Right.
And I love that because they put store owners on blast.
Yeah. They absolutely.
And there's a Instagram. If you're into bourbon, whiskey, and all that, I suggest you follow. It's at Overpriced Bourbon.
Overpriced Bourbon. Love them. I
love that. I check that. Their store. I check the Instagram stories every day anyway, and they're always up there with people showing highs and lows of bourbon prices.
The guy that's running that is doing a fantastic job of. It started out with just showing
high priced bourbon,
putting stores on blast. Like, look at this. You got a bottle of Weller for $299, and it's 107.
Weller Antique
107.
That I paid $24 for.
Right.
There are people listing that for hundreds of dollars.
$200. He puts he's like, this is ridiculous.
So dumb. Which now it's $40 or $50 now. Well, we first got it and reviewed it.
Right.
$25. We said this is a great purchase.
Even
now
then,
it's like $50. It's still there.
It's still there.
I still like the value, but $200 is stupid.
Right. And we knew. Someone's at the front door.
Somebody's at our front door.
My daughter had a birthday party today, so that's probably Well, it's over now. That's the last person
okay.
But knowing, like, we knew that the price was going to go up. Like, Ohio had a deal with Buffalo Trace to keep.
Well, and we even said when we tried Weller's Reserve and the Antique 107, we said this is really priced lower than it should be.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you listen back to our shows when you're driving or whatever, when we do the Weller's reviews, you will hear us say, "You good?
It's so good."
You look like a kid on Christmas.
I know. I feel like a kid on Christmas right now.
We said that Weller's is the best. And to this day, I will say, even Weller's Reserve, because it's still around the 22 price point, taste for price, I think it's the best you can get.
Oh, it's one of the best weeded bourbons.
But that's what I'm saying. It's one of the best, but for the price point, you can't touch it.
Oh, no.
So when the 107 went up to, I think I saw like $44.99, I went, okay, now it's priced where it should be. I still like it. I just liked it a lot better at $25.
Yeah.
So with all these people going crazy with their prices, and I got to a bourbon discussion with some car guys that make more money than me. They're not poor white trash. And they started recommending $200 and $400 bourbons like OKI.
You don't need all that shit, though.
I told them, I said, if I hit the lottery, I'm the kind of guy, like, with all my car buddies, there's always a discussion. What if you hit the lottery? What car would you buy? And they're talking about whatever. Whether it's a Bugatti, a Lamborghini. Yeah, my 71 Hemi Cuda would be the most expensive car I'd buy, and I'd probably go get a new truck. Like, that's it. I would just get a new 4-door truck that's comfortable to drive, probably a Ford with an EcoBoost. And I'd probably do stupid stuff to it. I wouldn't lift it real high and put stupid wheels on it. I still wanted it to be functional and not some donk truck. Or maybe I'd buy a diesel just because I've always liked the sound of a diesel. Like, so for me to go out knowing there are things out there for $22 like the Wellers, or $90 for the Catoctin, or $65, $75 for the Jefferson's Ocean, the Virgil Canes, the 2-bitch. They're such good bourbons at that price point. I can't see spending $400 for anything. I told the guy, he said, what to you would make have you tasted it? And I said, no. He said, okay, so what would make something worth $400 to you? And I said, like, as far as a bourbon, I said, nothing. I don't care if it's aged 23 years, 100 years. I don't care if it's the last bottle on the planet. At $400 to me, I'm looking at 4 bottles of this, 8 bottles of that. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, and it's probably because I grew up so poor that I thought Spam and eggs was a luxury meal, or mac and cheese, Spam and mac and cheese, or fried bologna or something was like a staple in our house, which I still love. As a matter of fact, at the PA event, my Whitlock's Forge, shout out to Whitlock's, wood-fired forge, we threw a grill grate on top.
I saw that.
And did fried bologna one day. Like, I still love fried bologna. So if I had $1 million, like, I definitely I'm better off now than when we were kids.
So I
still eat fried bologna. So I can't imagine I would spend $4,500 on a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, or $400 on a bottle of OKI.
I have a limit. I've always said that I have a limit on what I would spend on a bottle of bourbon. And that's about $100. I won't go much more than $100. I think I've spent at most $110.
That's $100 for me would be.
So
I found Jefferson's Ocean, like I said, at $65. Up here it's $100, and I passed on it.
The Whistle Pig,
I just didn't want to.
like Whistle Pig that I have, that bottle that I have down there is $100. It was $100 a bottle. After tax, it came out to be like $110. So, but there are a few select bottles out there, and I say a few select bottles that I would go above and beyond paying, especially if I won the lotto. Pappy, I would pay the MSRP on it.
Well, that's
for those.
And see, what I would do is hope you hit the lottery and do that, and I could taste it, because I would still have trouble spending $100. It's easy for me to sit here not being a multimillionaire,
right?
To say that if I hit $112 million lotto, even or whatever, today, maybe, but
even today, not being a millionaire, if I hit the Pappy lotto, I'm going out and buying that, and I put in my ticket, and they're like, yeah, you won the lotto for Pappy. You get either the 15-year or the 23-year, whatever it is. I'm buying that $150 or $250 bottle.
And then likely, as you are right now, that'd be a one-lifetime opportunity for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm buying that bottle.
I don't know if I would.
There are other bottles out there that are $500 a bottle that I would buy if I could afford it now, not being a millionaire, or if I was a millionaire. Like Whistlepig's Boss Hog.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be a fantastic bottle of bourbon.
My new place I told you about, by the way, has like a bunch of Whistlepig. I should have taken a picture. I'll have to go back next time I'm down there and take a picture.
The Boss Hog is a 500. Well, the Boss Hog is usually, it comes in a casket box.
It wasn't that. These were all bottles on a shelf.
Okay, yeah. So the Boss Hog,
it wasn't nothing that was hundreds. The most expensive one on the shelf was like 90 or 100.
That's probably like farm stock.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or 3 or something. But the Boss Hog comes in a casket box. It is $499 for a bottle. If I could afford it today, like without having to like, oh, I got to save up and blah, 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 and make sure that I had money left over.
Yeah.
I would buy that bottle as a millionaire, multimillionaire, billionaire, whatever, without thinking twice about it. I would buy that bottle.
Like I said, I understand it's easy for me to say that having no money.
But there are only certain bottles that I would buy that way.
Yeah.
Pappy, Boss Hog. I would not go out of my way for an OKI or an Old Fitzgerald or some of these other bottles. I don't care that much.
Yeah.
I like what I like. I like my 2-bitch. I like my Catoctin Creek. I like my Weller. I like my Virgil Canes. I like what I like, so I'm going to stick with those. Yeah. If Virgil Cane had a $200 bottle, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah, well, based on how much you like all their other products, why would you not?
Why would I not buy it? If 2-bitch had a $200 bottle, I'd probably buy it.
I think the moral of this episode is that just be ethical in your bourbon pricing.
Yeah, don't.
We will buy it.
I
mean, I would have no problem even at $90. And with whether it's $20 or $5,000, if you're at a point where you have to think, can I afford this? Don't buy it. There's not a liquor to me.
No,
that's worth. Especially you're married with 2 kids. I'm married with 2 kids. If you're thinking, can I afford this? You can't.
Well, think about it. What I have downstairs.
Jefferson's Ocean, $65. Could I afford that when I was there a couple of days ago? Absolutely. But I also went, wait, we've got Pumpkin Show coming up. We're trying to move into a place that's almost double our rent. We have vacation coming up. So I started going, yeah, that's $65. Maybe I want to spend that on my kids.
Yeah, I want to buy that a steak.
And I want to throw a bunch of ping pong balls into goldfish. I very easily could have bought that bottle of Jefferson's Ocean Voyage 19.
67 goldfish.
And I'll eat them all. I love goldfishes. They're so delicious.
They're a snack that smiles back.
That's right. They flop around when you try and chew them. But it was one of those things. I made the decision. And here's the thing. I've got so GW's birthday is here, the last day of our 75-day challenge. We're like 9 days away from it. But he's in full swing football season. He's a coach, high school football coach.
He's busy.
Shout out to them and Amanda Clear Creek. They crushed my Circleville Tigers last night. And so we're doing the party later this month. I went into this new store I found, perused their selection, noticed, now I'm also a pipe guy, I've said, I noticed they had a full-on cigar humidor. Ooh. Now, any liquor store you go to will have a cigar case on the counter, which one of the best cigars is the Acid.
Some of them, not all of them.
Almost everyone will have at least two cigars I've seen in almost every liquor store around Ohio. The Maker's Mark cigars, which I haven't tried.
That scares me.
It does. There's a reason I haven't tried it. The one that I love, and if you are a cigar guy or want to even try a cigar, if you tell me you're a cigar guy and you buy your cigars at a gas station, you're literally
not a cigar guy.
Smoking paper and loose leaf filler. That's not a cigar. Go there and get an Acid from Drew Estate now.
Drop Acid?
Drop Acid. Drew Estate makes a cigar line called Acid. The Blondie Belicio, the Cuba, the Cuba Grande, they all have blue labels.
I went to school with a guy named Cuba.
Cuba Gooding Jr.?
We called him Cuba.
Cuba Gooding Jr.? So, you'll see it in a jar usually. It's a blue label, it says Acid. It is a sweet, smooth cigar. So this place doesn't just have a thing on the counter. They have a whole walk-in humidor. So I decided I'm not going to go spend $65 on some bourbon. I don't want to spend that money on it. I've got better things to spend my money on. Do I like Jefferson's Ocean? Yes. Voyage 3 is my benchmark. If I could get my hands on some Voyage 3, that is my 5 donuts out of 5 donuts. That's what I measure everything else against, and it's a memory of mine from a few years ago now. But I decided I'm going to buy a couple new cigars because they had different ones I hadn't tried, including one called the Acid Wafer, which is like a flat-looking cigar.
That sounds like something you put on your tongue and then you trip out on Molly.
It does. An Acid Wafer. I've never done drugs, but I talk about drugs a lot, if that makes any sense.
I haven't either, but I'm about to start dabbling.
Yeah, so if you're looking at a bourbon that we recommend, some people that listen to our shows I know can afford whatever they want, and some maybe not, and that's fine. It's cool to hang out with the Wellers at $22. I've never ever seen anybody look at a bottle of Wellers and go, that's not good enough. Wellers is not benchmark. It's not ancient age. It's
good.
A very fine bourbon. But don't be looking at any bottle like Pappy or Catoctin Creek and go, I don't know if I should buy this. Handle your crap first, people.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Live within your means. That's my
Or don't.
soapbox.
We don't care.
Yeah, well, honestly, I mean, in the end, I was told I'm an anarchist, and the person was kind of right. If you ain't hurting anybody else and you're handling your crap, that's fine. Don't let your kids suffer because of your stupidity.
Right.
That's what I would say. But we got holidays coming up, vacations, and that's why I didn't spend. Even though the same bottle up here cost me $100 and it was $65 where I found it, I passed. So,
Well,
but
that's great advice.
We'll end with our review on Catoctin here, and freaking-tastic job, Catoctin Creek. Scott, John, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes, absolutely.
From the bottom of Martelle's heart and the bottom of my fat heart, thank you so much. This is majestic. Martelle, every time he's taking these little baby sips, and he just like grins ear to ear.
I melt. I literally
like,
melt.
He takes a sip, and he closes his eyes, and like his body, you could read his body language. This is good.
It's good. It's
3.5 and 4 donuts out of 5, and that is high ratings from us.
Those are very high ratings.
2.5 is our really good. This stuff's good.
Yeah, this stuff is fantastic.
If you can swing $90 and you like stuff that's got a good rye taste.
If I see now, I have to make a trip to Virginia so I can get some more. Like,
yeah,
it's not
honestly, it's something I will look for when I'm down around that area.
Yeah, it's not a matter of when I make a trip to Virginia. I have to make a trip to Virginia.
We're not that far off. You and I could road trip a day.
We could.
And just go to Virginia and...
Oh, hell, we could make a trip over to D.C., visit my brother-in-law while we're there.
Let's go.
I mean...
I'll squeeze into the S5.
I mean, we could try to cannonball run it, see how fast we can get there and back.
Let's go. Oh, my buddy. So
And the only song we can listen to the entire way is Jerry Reed's Eastbound and Down on loop.
On loop. Let's do it. We'll record the whole thing. No, we won't.
We'll just record a show the entire way there and back.
Yeah, we can do that. Last night when I went to the football game, I called my buddy and said, "Hey, Beth's coming later, but she wants to drive separate in case the boys have to go home.
Yeah.
You want to pick me up?" He lives literally like our house is. I can see his house from my backyard.
Okay.
He's like, "Sure, just ride with me." Well, he's got an Acura MDX that he lifted, put some big wheels on. Pretty cool minivan, you know. Okay. And then he bought his dream car since he was a little boy. Now, he's younger than we are. He bought a 1986 Porsche 944.
Oh, that mother effer.
And
I want an 86.
944?
No, fuck that. Now I was thinking 911.
Yeah.
I don't want a 944.
It's a 944.
Never mind.
Here's the thing, too, and he is a car guy, but he just said when he was a kid, that's one car he saw out and about that he just kind of fell in love with. And he said, "You want to take the Porsche?" And I've made fun of it before. I was like, "This is slow. It's non-turbo. It looks like every other late 80s.
If it was a turbo 44,
right,
maybe. But I'm a 911 like 996 guy.
Yeah, and I told him, I said it looks literally like every other late 80s sports car. No, it doesn't. So I made a collage of that, an 86 Supra, and an 86 ARC-7. I asked GW was in the group text with us. I said, "Gee, tell me which one Mazda made and which one Porsche made." And he was like, "I don't know, like." I said, "Name these cars," and he named one of them like a Corolla, but like he knows nothing about vehicles, you know. So I was like, "It's the same." So finally, I was like, "Fine, bring your stupid Porsche. I'll ride in it." He pulled up, and I walked up to it. No lie, the roof line's like just above my belly button.
Oh yeah,
not the hood,
they're
the
low.
roof line.
They're low.
You should have seen me getting in and out of that thing.
You were like the one black guy trying to get out of his Lamborghini.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I looked like Hightower in a police academy. I thought I was
Ripped out
going
the
to
front
remove
seat and
seat.
sat in the back seat.
Oh man, it was awful. All right, good job, Catoctin Creek. Let's roll on. What we got?
Right. So, I don't know. Let's see. We can do.
We have sent stuff.
We have been
so many
sending
last
news
couple
articles
weeks.
back and forth, and it was so overwhelming to try to figure out what we were going to do. But sex robots with coding errors, in quotes, prone to violence and could strangle humans. So, sex robots plagued with coding errors could be prone to violence, including strangling. An expert has warned. Doll collector Brick Dollbanger feels violent repercussions if robotics are not regulated properly. Believes a simple coding error could turn AI girlfriend against their owners if they are equipped with free will.
So basically, they're just making women.
Right. Pretty much.
You take a robot, give it free will, you got a woman.
Right.
She will snap your neck. She will go crazy and throw kitchen knives at you.
This is kind of a weird story because I've seen like the real the real dolls.
Oh, I saw the like TLC weird fetish crap show.
Yeah.
Where they have those guys are paying like 10, 20 grand.
Oh, even more than that, because you can now get them to so they look like a certain celebrity.
See, we're talking about expensive bourbon, but holy crap!
And then even better than I don't want to say better than that, even more so than that, because it gets strange.
Even weirder than that.
Weirder than that. Nikki Glazer, she's a comedian.
Okay?
She's a comedian. She just had a Netflix special.
Okay,
she has one.
Oh,
that's no. She's purposely had one made to look like herself.
Wait, so she bought one.
She bought one
of her.
Of her.
Yeah, that's not normal.
No, but it responds. Like it has conversations. She had it on Joe Rogan's podcast.
That's literally some iRobot crap.
They set it on the other side of the table. Like they put it up, they set it up, they had a microphone. It was talking and responding.
That's not okay. Rogan should have pulled out a 9mm
he was just
shot
like,
it there.
What? She's like, don't worry, it's just responding to your reaction to something you
don't
said.
Tell me don't worry when a robot is over here. A robot.
It's a sex doll.
The sex robot. You know what it reminds me of? Austin Powers, the fembots.
Yes.
Where they come out with like little machine guns out of their boobs.
Little machine guns flip out of their titties and.
I sent you this link because of the headline. I didn't read the article. And the fact that it's like a nerdy programmer guy accidentally messes up code, and then this robot chokes
someone while it's riding them. Reaches down and just
oh man, the ultimate irony. It's like I'm awkward.
Murder,
for whatever
death,
reason,
kill.
they choose to have relationships with a robot.
Kill.
And they end up dying by.
So
hey, Catoctin Creek, thank you. This is the episode that
sorry guys
sponsored. I apologize for Martelle's poor selection. I would never do such a thing.
Liar. Brick, who has close ties with manufacturers Realbotics and Abyss, told Daily Star Online, "It scares me to death. It's a machine. It's always going to be a machine." If you've ever watched movies like Ex Machina,
if it's a machine, don't put your member in it.
Right.
I've worked around a lot of machinery. I've never wanted to make love to it. I don't go up to an air handler unit or some big old exhaust fan and go, "Hey, baby,
hey,
how you doing?" I mean, I've been around a lot of machinery in my industry. If it's always a machine, don't buy one that can kill you, and don't try to make love to it.
I love this quote. It's going to be something you can hit with a pipe, and it's going to fall apart.
Now, first off, it's not the size of the pipe.
It's how you use it.
How hard you swing it.
I've always said, when synthetic can support itself, that synthetic is going to be much stronger than the normal human. It's going to be more durable. Instead of having bones, it's going to have high impact plastic or aluminum frame. It's going to be very strong, and it won't get tired. It won't stop unless it runs out of its energy supply. Dick. I added the dick.
Well, I assumed so. Thank you for clarifying for our listeners. Hi, Mom.
The pictures that they've included in this article,
I haven't even seen. Don't post those on our social media.
I won't put. Oh no, but the pictures they're not dirty. Have a look. They're just they look like illustrated.
Yeah,
they look fake. So, and they are fake. It's a friggin' robot. So, don't buy a sex bot. It could strangle you.
That's good advice, kids.
Good advice right there. You know, so don't buy $4,500 bourbon and don't buy a sex bot. You can't afford it.
Send it to us on Venmo, Brandon.Martell.
Yeah. If you're going to
buy $4,500 on bourbon or $20,000 on a sex bot that's going to kill you, just send it to us.
Just send it to us. We'll put it towards the show. We'll make the show better.
Hey, we had our first Venmo.
We did have our first Venmo.
Shout out.
Cason Morris, a.k.a.
Mo.
The DJ Dingo.
The DJ Dingo. Heard our episode, send us some Venmo.
Mo sent us some Venmo.
We are now on the way to being able to quit our jobs and go bankrupt.
Yep.
Because that would not last this long. But very appreciative, Mo.
Thank you very much, Mo. Appreciate it. Mo is part of the One More Rep podcast. You guys definitely need to check that out if you're into fitness. Mo, Brody, and Jenna, who sits down all the time, are killing it over there.
I hope that's not what they call on the show.
Oh, no, you should have...
I haven't heard since Jenna joined.
You need to listen. Jenna is constantly sitting, and they are constantly giving
Jenna sits down all the time.
Shit. They have a shirt. Mo and Brody are standing.
Right.
Jenna's sitting.
That's amazing.
On the shirt. The stick figures.
Incredible.
It is awesome.
Oh, that would be me. It's like when we went up to Endeavor for Kamiwaza. All these fit dudes all standing up, and I'm like, is there a stool or
can I get a stool?
Like a treasure chest I can sit on?
And then Dr. Holmes showed up.
Yeah, then Dr. Holmes showed up and made me feel dumb.
We need to do another swap cast. We need to find...
We do.
We need to either get with Aaron and Drew or hit up Mo and Brody, and it won't be a fitness podcast we do with Mo and Brody. It'll be just debauchery.
Oh, it would be bad.
It would be fun.
I didn't say it would be fun.
We just got to figure out where to do it. Are we driving to Dayton? They driving here?
They
have a better space.
We'll go to Dayton on the way to DC. I'll drive fast.
Other
Dayton,
side
pull
of the
the e-brake, spin it around, and let's go back the other way.
Anyway, our next story. Sorry, Catoctin Creek guys.
I forgot what you picked.
FBI.
Okay, hold
on.
If you were here for the bourbon review, Catoctin Creek got 3.5 and 4 donuts out of 5. And they are the sponsors of the show, but they are in no way, shape, or form responsible for anything we say.
Anything with it we picked.
Or do, or picked. They had no clue. They literally were gracious enough to send us a sample and say, boys, we like what you're doing. Here you go.
Check this out.
So shout out to them. But do not hold them responsible for anything we say. If you are a first-time listener, this is kind of what we do.
We just kind of...
We give our opinion on...
Completely unscripted. Everything that we do.
Like, we literally haven't seen each other in almost 3 weeks, and we just sat down and said, all right, you ready to go? And we turned the mics on.
And we turned the mics on, we start recording, and then we just pick random news stories.
That's it.
And that's
most time, I don't even know what we're talking about.
So...
With that being said...
FBI discovers buckets of heads, coolers of penises, and bodies sewn together in a human chop shop.
They should get together with the sex robot people.
Right. Make
it realistic.
They could have an android. Cyborg.
Just Frankenstein walking around.
So, I guess it's been 5 years since the Biological Resource Center located in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, we talked about this.
We mentioned it, but there was an update on it in this article.
There's an update. So
because we didn't know the extent of what was going on there.
Right.
So that's why I sent this to you. This is kind of a follow-up from a past episode we did a long time ago.
This gave me chills. Ooh. So it's been 5 years since the Biological Resource Center located in Phoenix, Arizona was raided by Federal Bureau of Investigation with its owners accused of fraud. So I can't remember what episode it is. I apologize because, like I said,
I read this.
This is unscripted. So you'll have to go back and
research, guys.
Listen, We talked about this where there was some real shitty stuff going on in Arizona at this facility where they were like trying to resew.
We knew they were dismembering bodies.
Well, they were trying to sew like heads on other people's bodies.
Right. We talked about a female head on a male body.
Right.
Is the one thing I remember talking about. And we talked about how
that was the
families were donating loved ones' bodies to science, and they were getting sold to here on the black market.
And then
that's all we knew, as I recall.
There was some other things going on, like they were trying to sew limbs back onto other people. And,
it's really
trying
weird.
To, just some really strange.
Which never made sense to us, because if the body's dead, who cares if you can reattach a limb?
Right.
Or swap a limb.
Right. So it's some really strange
Because how do you know it would work in real life?
So, however, the sheer horror of what's inside the walls of the center wasn't revealed until now. Dubbed as a human chop shop. I'm going to read this whole article.
Oh, do it. I have read this one.
The human chop shop, the sickening sight that the officers found is stomach churning, including buckets of heads and bodies sewn together, replicating some sort of Frankenstein-like monster.
Buckets. Think about that. Buckets of head, plural.
Buckets of heads.
How many heads can fit in a bucket? In a 5-gallon bucket, I'm thinking you're fitting 2 heads tops.
2 to 3.
The human
Stack
head
it
weighs
maybe
8
4.
pounds.
Bees can smell fear.
I don't know how many.
That's from Tobey Maguire.
Toby.
Not Toby. What's that Maguire
Tobey
movie?
Maguire?
No, Tobey Maguire. He's Spider-Man.
It's from Spider-Man. Moving on. Oh, man.
Show me the money.
Show me the Green Goblin.
But be warned, it's truly horrifying. Its owner, the unlikely named Stephen Gore.
That's his real name.
That's his name.
Yep.
His name is Stephen Gore.
Stephen Gore.
Was alleged to have been...
Tell me this isn't some legit old school Frankenstein crap.
Like
Vlad the Impaler stuff. This is stuff that Mary Shelley Tyler Moore wrote Frankenstein about. Like, this is what she imagined, okay?
Yeah. This is some really... Well, we hadn't even got into it yet. They just got buckets of heads and bodies sewn together. And fridges full of penises.
Who doesn't have one of those in their garage?
I mean, right? I mean, sometimes you gotta, sheath that thing.
Gotta know when to hold them and know when to sew them.
Stephen Gore was alleged to have been illegally trafficking and selling donated bodies for profit.
My favorite word in that whole sentence is allegedly.
Allegedly.
They caught this dude with
caught him.
Hundreds of different body parts, all in total.
Allegedly. He's not.
Now, I do appreciate that the media, for once, is going, he may be innocent, innocent until proven guilty. Because usually it's the other way around.
Usually it's like, this motherfucker
But when
did
the dude's like, yeah, that's my place, and yes, there are buckets of heads in there.
So
pretty sure he did it.
33 families donated the bodies of their loved ones in hopes to help aid research for the deadly illness, and were assumed that their family members' bodies wouldn't be sold. The company picked up the bodies of the recently dead and would have go on to dismember the corpses to sell their body parts to third party for profit, despite leading their devastated loved ones to believe that this was all in the name of science.
Now,
as for the parts that didn't sell, they were cremated.
Respectfully. That's what you do. Here's the thing. If you can't afford a $4,500 bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, sell an arm.
Sell a kidney.
Sell. You've got body parts. They will sell in the black market.
Kidneys go for $25,000.
For real?
Fuck yeah. You got 2 of them. You can live on one.
Get my knife out here real quick. All right, hold on. Right here. Where's my kidney?
Well, don't do it yet. It's going to be on the backside.
I need your help.
Well, we got to get more ice.
This is why we need video, so people see that I actually pulled my knife out of my pocket.
Knife out looking for your
We gotta get ice. You're such a good friend. Your response is, hold on, let's get ice.
We gotta get ice and put it in the bathtub.
We'll split it.
Hey, we'll do 2/3. I'll take 1/3 of that. You can have the other 2/3 of the $25,000.
I do have vacation coming up.
You do, and I'll put mine into Bitcoin. So
I'm about to move into a bigger place.
Right. So I mean, I'm willing to help you. I'll take.
I'm not going to give you a third of my kidney for Bitcoin. Do something smarter with it.
Well, Bitcoin's about to go back up.
Buy a robot sex doll.
So it strangles me? I mean, then Liz would get
to be
more.
fair.
Well, hold on. If I did that, then Liz would get like $750,000.
And then her
could work. Then you guys.
So if I go in with Liz to split it, I cut out my kidney, give you a third, you get killed by a sex robot. Liz and I split in half, $750,000. Liz!
I mean, you can get your money back. His profit.
If she comes up here, she'll be so mad.
She's gonna be like, "What
you came up for what?
What? You guys are idiots."
she might take both of our kidneys out, smack us with them,
and then sell them gently.
Right.
Gently.
She takes all the money.
She's gonna be like gently used.
Oh man!
All right. When it comes to the black market, people can make a big bucks from illegal trading of bodies. The facility reportedly sold heads for $500, arms for $750, and entire bodies earning up to $5,000. You can make $25,000 for a kidney.
Yeah, $5,000 for a whole body. That's budget buying.
Yeah, you're buying in bulk.
That's up on the next season of
they're the Costco.
Flip It or Flop It or whatever those shows are.
They're the Costco of selling bodies.
Yeah, I can just see a couple going in. You got 3 bodies to pick from and a body realtor, and you got to pick which one you're going to buy and which one you're going to pass on.
Oh, this is
what
bad.
Is that show? It's like buy or pass or something.
Flip or flop.
Flip or flop. There you go. You get that body, so we're gonna buy this body for $5,000, sell the kidney out of it, that's $20,000, do this and that. You're gonna have these 2 people come in like, yeah, I'm a part-time ferret salesman and my wife is a flower grower professionally. Our budget's $10 million.
Salesman.
You ever watch those shows, man?
No.
It's
Fuck
so
that.
dumb. You seriously, you get this cup, they're looking at houses in California that are as big as this room. And they're like, I'm a freelance writer and my wife's a stay-at-home mom. Our budget's $1.2 million. And then the house is literally, it's like the house I grew up in was my parents bought for $20,000, the first house.
Right. And they're spending
and it was a 1-bedroom. It was like the biggest, it was in the ghetto. Like when I drive by there now, I cannot remember how hood it was. And the same house in like California in these shows, they're like, this house is selling for a great deal. It's only $850,000. So here you got Mary, the stay-at-home mom, and her husband, Braden, the freelance writer, buying this $850,000 bungalow in Sacramento or something.
Oh, shit.
You know what they're doing? They're selling bodies to Arizona on the side. That's how they can afford it.
That's what I need to start doing, apparently.
Flipping or flopping these bodies. They'd look at my body and be like, yeah, that's too much work. We ain't hauling that. We're going to pass.
Yeah, hard pass.
Can you imagine having to dig to get to the organs on that guy?
Well, they have new electric knives that just...
They'd hire a sex robot to cut me open.
Smoke comes out.
According
to statements from the family who are now suing the company, the body parts belonging to the family members weren't stored, treated, nor disposed of with dignity nor respect. What is this, Egypt?
Hold on. The family's suing because the body parts weren't stored with dignity or respect. They cut up your loved one.
This isn't Egypt.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, in Egypt, if the body wasn't disposed of respectfully, then they never made it to the afterlife.
Oh, if you believe that ghosts haunt this planet that are tortured,
there you go.
It's definitely happening in Arizona right now.
Right now, Arizona is haunted like a motherfucker.
Do not go to Arizona because one, desert,
and the horrors that would greet them were worse.
Were they robots?
I think they worked on Fifth Avenue. Were worse than they could have imagined.
That reminded me of a
joke.
I hate
how this article is broken up because it's like paragraph, picture, paragraph, picture, paragraph, picture.
Hey, did you know that hookers don't fart?
Well, they can't.
They have prostitutes.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Moving on. The gruesome details of the find were not made by the public, but now... were not made public, sorry. But now the testimony from one of the FBI agents who conducted the raid has come to light. Let's get past the fucking pictures. Matthew Parker.
Wait, there are pictures?
Well, they're just pictures of the facility outside.
Oh, okay.
I
thought I read this article. I don't remember.
It's a clickbaity, picture, here's a paragraph, here's a picture,
read a couple
here's
sentences.
and then it makes the article 3 times to 10 times longer than what it actually needs to be. Matthew Parker, an FBI agent.
Oh, welcome back.
Jesus, Pete.
I would say we're out of practice, but this is pretty much the norm.
normal. I couldn't even say Pinot Noir last week. So
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir or Pinot John Panay.
It's Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. There you go, Craig. Pinot Noir.
New water.
New water. Sweetwater. Sweetwater actually has a collaboration of beers out called 420.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I know, right?
We are all over the place.
So, said that Matthew Parker, an FBI agent, said the moving body bags from the site resulted in PTSD. He got PTSD for moving body bags.
No,
That's what it says.
PTSD from the crap he saw in the facility.
Moving the body bags from the site resulted in PTSD diagnosis.
But he also saw a lot of crap.
Well, he may have, but he's saying that moving the body bags. He's blaming it on body bags.
I feel like the article might have been written that way. I don't feel like the dude that has it is blaming it on that.
Following the raid, he couldn't sleep after what he had seen and couldn't sleep after seeing that. That sentence makes no sense. It was like something out of Frankenstein. He wasn't around then. He explained it looked like a junkyard chop shop where they had just ripping things apart.
I mean,
now there is a picture of the body bags.
I could see you getting PTSD from working on a scene like that.
Oh, I could see that as well.
Yeah, that would be messed up.
So
buckets of heads.
It was so bad that there was no apparent identification to indicate what bodies the parts came from.
That's a lot of bodies to be chopped up. To have so many to not know what belongs.
You don't know who goes to who. Disgustingly, one bag held parts from at least 36 different people. The operation was actually so large that the officials struggled to properly handle all the retrieved body parts. According to former FBI Assistant Special Agent, I'm not even going to try to go with Mark's last name. But
Garoppolo.
No, we're calling him Copernicus. It's not even close. But his
Mark
testimony, buckets of heads, arms, and legs inside the building located off 24th Street in University Drive. Why is that paragraph has no business being a part of this article? Horrifyingly, the agents recalled that there was a male torso with a head removed and replaced similar with a head sewn together from Frankenstein manner. In a Frankenstein manner, the head was from a female. So we kind of adjusted. Yep. We had covered that before. Agents found a cooler filled with male genitalia as well as several infected heads.
That is some haunted house crap.
This is a pretty. We're almost done here with this article, and then we're going to finish up the show here because this is way too long of an article because of all the pictures being.
I just ended it there. We get the gist.
Nah, we got to finish this out. We're almost done. A harrowing total of 10 tons of frozen human remains were found, made up of 1,755 total body parts that included 281 heads, 241 shoulders, 337 legs, and 97 spines. Now, here's the thing that kills me. Part of this whole article, like all of this is bad.
Right.
They spelled out 97. Everywhere else they would 1755, 281, 241, 337, 309. They spelled out 97 instead of using
That's
numbers.
what got you.
That is horrible.
You know what got me?
Horrible.
What got me is they gave a number of heads and then shoulders.
I wanted knees and toes, motherfucker.
How many knees? How many toes?
Jeez, they missed an opportunity there.
They really
when plans came to cremate the remains, remains stalled. Officials brought 3 walk-in freezers to a military base and stacked the body bags inside.
Yes, and how long were they there? Keep reading.
Oh, that's why we're going to finish out this article. Parts from 851 different people remained in those freezers for almost 3 years before they were cremated. 3 years.
Can you imagine being the first one on the scene and knowing those bodies were there and they were doing this investigation crap for 3 years?
They still have aliens over at Wright State from Area 51 from the Roswell crash in
Wright State.
Or, I'm sorry, Wright State. It's the same
You just
thing.
said Wright State again.
I don't give a shit.
It's the same
They're in
the
place.
dorms.
That's the same place.
They're working on their doctorates.
Wright State. They're right in the same place. See what I did?
I did see what you did.
Well, the family sued our 11 counts.
Oh, man.
The family sued our 11 counts, which include mishandling of deadly dead bodily remains, breach of contract, and neglect of referral. Initially, Gore pleaded guilty to fraud, aka he admitted to misleading customers by shipping them contaminated specimens, but not for actually selling body parts. Gore was also sentenced to 1 year of deferred jail time and 4 years of probation following his guilty plea.
1 year of jail time.
Yep. Gore is expected
almost
to...
1,000 bodies chopped up.
Yep.
That is insane.
More than, yeah. He is expected to return to court in October for his crimes, where he will have come face-to-face with the families he betrayed so horrifically. So it's no surprise that Gore got away with this for so long, so let's hope that the families get some justice for that they deserve for their loved ones. If you know any more about this case, done. That's messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, we did cover this article briefly a long time ago. But
well, it wasn't even this article. It was like...
Well, not the article, but this case.
Yeah.
This happenings. And, yeah, when
so
I sent you
kind
this...
of a follow-up. Well, I didn't even know that
depth.
this was a follow-up when I chose it. I just randomly chose, like, sex robots and heads in buckets.
Yeah. Who doesn't want those two things together?
Right.
They go perfectly together.
The macabre.
I, Robot, I, Frankenstein. It's
right. It's kind of a thing.
They both kill humans.
They go to
robots, Frankenstein.
They go together like ice creams and cones.
Like ice creams and pepper jelly.
No.
Oh. Like Oreos and salsa.
Ugh. God damn it, that's gross. Don't listen to that episode. Buckhorn Bites was disgusting.
It was a good episode.
Although, what did Harley do the other day? She did something similar, and I'm like, ugh.
You got to write that crap down, man.
Oh, I know, but it was.
We'll get her on the episode to explain what she's eating.
Lexi did today. She took one of the pizza bites and dipped it in sour cream, French onion dip.
Oh, I do that. That's not bad.
No.
That's not too far off. That's like a creamier ranch dressing. No. I'll do pizza and ranch dressing.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I'd go for that.
You're still in your yummy phase of life.
We need to change Buckhorn Bites to be where your daughters come up with a concoction, try it on the air.
Oh, fuck, no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat anything they put in front of me.
I'm not saying we eat it. They eat it.
Oh, okay, good.
And we let them talk about it, and we talk about it.
Yeah, because we almost had a princess party up in here.
I will tell you, I did not expect to walk into this house to a bunch of tiny girls. Like, I felt like I was going to step on one of them and kill them.
You could have.
They were all running around. You know, it reminded me of that scene in Lion King, like in the opening when the elephant's walking and all the little bird things are running around its feet. That's what I felt like when I walked in here.
Yeah.
Except all the birds were little princesses.
That's how it's been since 1 o'clock.
Boy.
That's how it's going to be for the rest of my life.
You can sell your body to science.
I could.
I know those places in Arizona.
There is.
If you want his body and you want to choppy, then just send us Venmo. Brandon.Martell.
His name is Stephen Gore.
Actually, if you send Venmo to Brandon Martell, I got to get with Liz and figure out how to get the money.
Yeah.
I'll sell you Martell's body for $400.
Wow.
An hour.
Ooh. Liz would probably give me up for $400 an hour. Anyway,
she'd pay somebody else $400 for him to take you for an hour.
Oh no, she wouldn't pay anybody to take me.
Kick you out.
She would definitely take money for someone to take me, though.
Ooh, that's how you roll. That's kinky.
With that, if you like what you heard, be sure to share it with a friend, a family member.
Yeah, if you instead of texting, well, I appreciate when you text me.
Yeah, don't text Randy.
Krista,
post
Hinkle.
the shit on the Facebooks, on the Instagrams. Tell your friends. Share it on the Twitter. Share it on the Instagram. Share it on the Facebooks.
You can still text me. I like getting texts. I'm lonely.
But yeah, do that too.
I'm so lonely
Share
I could die.
Share it. Share it.
Yeah, tell your other friends.
If you like what you
work
heard,
at a place with a lot of people.
Yeah. Also, if you like what you heard, you want to support the show, you can send us any amount of money to Brandon.Martell, Martelle, at Venmo, through Venmo, or aka Martell at gmail.com through PayPal.
There you go.
That'll help support the show and help support what we're...
I like how your name's Martelle and your tag is AKA Martelle.
AKA Martelle.
I'm Martelle, also known as
Martelle. So if you like what you're hearing and you want to support the show, that's the easiest way to do it. We're not trying to do something through Patreon or some of the
might
other...
later. We're lazy.
Later on, we're just... it's not even lazy or busy.
We're real busy. We've actually been talking a lot lately about the next step for the show and where we want to grow this to. It's kind of turned from something that we just did because we wanted to do it and see what happened to where people are responding. And I'm grateful for the text I do get.
But those need to be
people
public.
Are asking, yeah,
those texts
I agree.
need to be public.
My thing is, if you really like us that much, either as people, which is doubtful, or if I get a text saying, "Yo, this made me laugh," or "I loved this episode," share that with somebody, just one person, or 10, or all of them.
If you only know one person, share it with that one person.
And
tell your dog.
That way.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, we got Diesel
sleeping over here.
We'll have your dog meet with our dog, and we can have dogs.
Yeah. We can be friends.
Diesel puppies.
Well, nah, he's castrated.
Dead asleep. He's out. He don't care.
He's castrated, unfortunately.
Diesel.
But
you want
anyway,
some robot doggy?
Share with a friend. Like, subscribe. You can check us out on Instagram,
Google, Tweetstagram,
Twitter, Facebook. I've been more active on Twitter now. Like I'm off of Facebook, but I've been more active on Twitter at this point. But I'm still using our Facebook page. Like my personal account for Facebook is kind of, it sucks. But the Buckhorn Facebook account I'm still using. I'm trying to get it up. I'm trying to use it more for
If you
things.
like opinions from two uneducated gentlemen.
Yeah, two DeVry educated gentlemen.
Hold on. I dropped out of DeVry.
So did I.
Oh, right, even better.
Yes. Semi-DeVry educated.
If you want to tell everybody what two people who dropped out from DeVry Institute of Technology, which it turned into DeVry University when I was there, go ahead and share our show.
It was the next quarter.
It was the next trimester. They did trimesters.
Or sorry, trimester. So check us out on Facebook. Send us an email to buckhornpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you to Scott and John at Catoctin Creek for sending this over.
Thank you.
This cask proof.
Highly recommend it.
It is absolutely amazing. Thank you to Mo for sending over some Venmo. Venmo. Check out the One More Rep podcast.
Absolutely.
Those guys.
Stand up, Jenna.
Jenna, get out of the goddamn seat.
Jeez, you're so lazy.
What the fuck?
As
Everybody
I
else
sit
is
here in my
standing
1980s
I'm
Barca
sitting.
Lounger
I'm
or whatever
actually-
this chair is.
I'm actually sitting today.
Yeah, but we're not a fitness podcast.
But when I'm not a fitness podcast, what do I care?
I count this as a squat when I stand up.
Right.
That's a workout.
That's a workout for you. So check us out. Check them out. Check everyone else out. And we're out. I'm Martelle. He's Randy. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Pinkies up.
Doing live from Pumpkin Show.
Yes.
Let me know when you want to.
When is Pumpkin Show? This week?
Starts this week, yep.
So, till when?
Starts Wednesday. It's Wednesday through Saturday.
So let's just do Saturday. I'll have to check, see what Saturday looks like, but
I will be there.